What number's square is 625 and its square root is 5?
25.
What was the dog's name in the Dick and Jane books?
Spot.
How many times has Elizabeth Taylor gotten married? 5, 7, or 9?
I'll go with 9.
How many heads carved on Mount Rushmore are wearing hats?
Hats?
Yes.
0.
Name one of the 2 female singers in Fleetwood Mac.
Stevie Nicks.
Time. How do you feel about that, Chris?
Not bad.
Not
I
bad.
think it was pretty quick.
That was pretty quick. Hold on, please. It was so quick, Hot Wings isn't back from
Doing whatever he does out there.
He went on a road trip. Yeah. You
Yeah,
went to look
keep
at
that in
the
mind.
stone, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, figured.
Hot Wings has a looking stone that he went to look at. Hey, friend,
A seer stone. if
you've
you
been
would.
around forever. No glacier will crack you.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Hot Wings, are you ready? $200 for Chris. If he beats you, he is on hold. Your turn.
Okay.
If you're ready,
Yep.
begins.
I'm
in
ready.
3, 2, 1. What number's square is 625 and its square root is 5?
Say that again, please.
What number's square is 625 and its square root is 5?
25.
What was the dog's name in the Dick and Jane books?
Spot.
How many times has Elizabeth Taylor gotten married? 5, 7, or 9?
7.
How many heads carved on Mount Rushmore are wearing hats?
None.
Name one of the 2 female singers in Fleetwood Mac.
Oh gosh. Stevie Nicks.
Time. Chris is back.
Yep.
Let's score this game. What number's square is 625 and its square root is 5? Chris quickly answered 25. Hot Wings struggled a bit, but eventually said 25 as well.
Did.
And the answer is 25. You're both correct.
I do terrible when I hear math with just my ears. I can't.
What was the dog's name in the Dick and Jane books? Hot Wings said Spot. Chris said Spot, and we are tied at 2. How many heads carved on Mount Rushmore are wearing hats? Hot Wings said 0. Chris said 0. We are tied at 3.
Whoa, boy.
Oh, boy.
Name one
Okay.
of the 2 female singers in Fleetwood Mac. Hot Wings said Stevie Nicks. Chris said Stevie Nicks, and we are tied at 4. Anybody know the other one?
Christine McVie.
That's correct.
Wouldn't have gotten that ever.
How many times has Elizabeth Taylor gotten married? 5, 7, or 9? Chris said 9. Hot Wings said 7. Now we're tied at 4, and one of you is correct.
Oh, boy.
This is it.
Elizabeth Taylor has been married 7 times.
I know my Elizabeth Taylor.
Hot Wings wins 5-4.
Oh, man. That was a close one. A close one, Chris. Comes down to a guessing game at the end. You're a little bit dumber than me, though.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the live show.
But not an embarrassment. Not like the guy yesterday. He didn't know anything.
Oh, yeah. No, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris,
that,
we'll see you.
Yeah.
Before we go forward, we need to go back. There was a flag on the play
Yes.
that went to the booth for booth review.
I don't even know what it is. You didn't necessarily say why
I know
you
what it
thought
is.
something happened or...
People started pointing out. Well, first of all, the game was 5-4. Hot Wings won, and you had pointed out, Joe, if it were tied, as far as if you had both gotten 4,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then Chris, our listener, the plumber and bartender in Maine, would have won.
Yeah, his time was faster.
Oh, he flew through him.
Yeah.
What was his time? Probably 30 seconds.
It was like 32. Hot Wings was like 43.
And the question that gave Hot Wings 5 and gave Chris 4 was this. How many times has Elizabeth Taylor gotten married? 5, 7, or 9? Remember, Chris said 9, Hot Wings said 7.
Yep.
The answer is 8. 8
Yep.
is not amongst them. It's also halfway between the answers. Thus, the question needs to be eliminated.
You did it again. I'm going to lose because of the questions. And I know because she married Richard Burton twice.
No, you're going to lose because you were slower in answering the
No,
questions.
I'm going to lose because you asked me an erroneous question. You screwed the question up because I knew she had been married 7 times, or she had married 7 guys, one of them twice. That would be Richard Burton.
Why didn't you give this long Wikipedia thing in the last segment?
Because,
If you
give
knew-
me an it depends kind of thing. Yeah, do that. That's what I should do during the trivia game when you give me it's 5, 7, 9.
Well, I'm just thinking of the
7.
time after when you went, I know my Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
Advantage Hot Wings.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate the effort on the part of Free Beer, though,
Thank you.
Yeah.
but not
I
as
don't.
much as I appreciate
Yep.
Hot Wings being right.
Yep.
Everyone likes pointless fights.
Yep.
That's why I keep doing them.
Yep.
Is that why?
Yep. You screwed Joe on Friday. You screwed me in the past for like $1,100, and you're screwing me today.
For less
Yeah,
than
I think
1,100.
technically Free Beer has 3 losses so far.
How many wins do I have? I can't get losses if I can't get wins.
What are his losses?
Yes, you can.
Irish flag was for sure one. I do
You can
remember
just
that.
not win.
Yeah, Irish flag.
Irish flag, yeah, you said it was red, green, and like hot pink or something.
Red, green, and white,
Yes.
which is the Mexican flag.
Or the Italian flag.
Yeah.
Definitely not the Irish flag.
Not the Irish flag.
Okay. I found the original questions that Zach Prince-Offer made that have some frosting on them from when I
Oh, God.
ate a 5-day-old cupcake.
That is so this
Jeez,
show.
man.
That is so.
You're a mess.
Yeah,
So
actually,
this show.
It
frosting
was in
is
the
good
trash.
because there's a good chance it could have had a loogie on it.
Hang on. Let me take a picture of Fat Trebek.
I just wanted to see if this was a Zach issue or a me issue.
Well, ultimately, the buck stops with you, Fat Trebek.
Well, that is okay. No one signed off on that as a name.
You're holding up the
yeah.
answer card and it has buttercream frosting on it from a cupcake that you shoved in your
Yeah,
mouth
well,
with like 1 second to go. Oh my God, I have to be on the air in 1 second.
Let the evidence.
Alex Trefat. I said feck.
Let the evidence reflect that I didn't eat all of the frosting.
Yeah, he's watching his calories.
Thank you very much. Here is the way. Now,
Jesus.
the buck does stop with me. However, there is no world that I'm going to fact check all of these questions.
yeah,
Here
why
is
would
the
you
way
do that
it
in a
was-
question competition?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
when you know
5
Zach's rich history of not having knowledge.
Yeah, what does Zach do?
Yeah, damn it, Zach. Why didn't you know the number of times a woman that's practically dead was married?
What does Zach do?
I don't know.
Like, what's
I
his
think she
job?
is dead, by the
Is he
way.
a
Questions.
Isn't
TSA
she?
guy? Do you have a TSA officer
No, he's not.
write your
No, no, no.
question?
Rejected by TSA.
Oh, yeah, no,
No, that's
I
not
think
true.
he was. I think he was offered a job.
yeah, he was.
He's like a
this
camp
is how it was.
counselor instead.
This is how it was written. When he wrote it. 5, 7, or 9. What is the number of times Elizabeth Taylor has pledged eternal love at the altar? 7. So that's bad info. Still my fault.
Yep.
All right.
This text from my friend Doug, who's often right. Hot Wings can blame all he wants, but he took half an hour answering question 1. Yeah, that's a good point. Doug makes a strong point. Checking in from Rochester, home of the Mayo Clinic. Lots of smart people there.
Oh, yeah. Well, he ain't one of them, though. That must be a bummer to be in that town and be the dumb one.
He has been to the Mayo Clinic to have his stones burst by a laser. Hold on.
I've driven
Chris-
by Harvard, too, but that doesn't really mean anything.
Chris is in Maine. Hi, Chris. Remember when you played that game and you lost?
Yes.
Sorry, man.
I
That's
do.
the judges made their decision. That's final. Is what a
Oh, I
different
lost.
show would say. No, you've won $200.
yeah.
All right.
It feels just as good as if it had happened originally,
Yeah,
right?
it's got to feel a little hollow. though.
Yes. Yes. Apparently, I am
Biggest
smarter
letdown
than Hot
ever.
Wing.
You are.
No,
And he'll never forget it.
no, you're not, though. That's the thing.
Hot Wings really let us down. Chris,
I
hold
did
on.
Nothing of the sort.
All right. Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah, hold on again. This will be a more fun hold than the last one. This is I mentioned there were two things we needed to go back on. One was more important than the other.
I also have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you like Fat Trebek, Blob Barker, or
Okay. Keep going.
Chuck Fudgery, or Chuck Fudge in me?
Yeah.
Which is, of course, Chuck Woolery. And then I didn't get very far,
Yeah.
but
I would say
Oh,
that.
Pat, stay fat. I should win again just for that. Give me my money back.
Chris, call back and say tell us if you'll pay Hot Wings $200 for the right to call me Pat Stay Fat.